Good morning, I'm Mark Bland, I'm the head teacher of Oakwood School. Previous to Dataspire we had two IT techs, one apprentice, one full-time tech. The full-time tech was a mature gentleman who was getting near the end of his work life and chose to retire, and we wanted a solution that would enable us to gain expertise but also to reduce the risk to school. What we're really concerned about is illness, covering holidays, all that kind of thing, and going to a managed service seemed a sensible way to alleviate those risks. The infrastructure was quite old, and we've had two big projects with Dataspire. The main project I think that we talk about is a move to this completely new building. In January 2018 we moved here. Dataspire were integral in planning the infrastructure, getting the servers set up, getting the PC estate set up, and also the introduction of Surface Pros to all teaching members of staff.
So I'm Ben Jane, one of the assistant head teachers here at Oakwood, and I've overseen the ICT project over the last couple of years from the start of the move all the way through into the new school. So we went to tender and we looked at loads of opportunities that we had and loads of options that we had. Dataspire knew the school very well, they knew what we were after, and were able to suggest exactly what we wanted. That made the perfect fit for us as a school and seeing us into the new building.
Dataspire were integral in planning the infrastructure, getting the servers set up, getting the PC estate set up, and also the introduction of Surface Pros to all teaching members of staff. We're also a growing school, so we wanted something we knew we'd be able to scale over the next 3-4 years as we get more young people in school and have more members of staff. That's why a managed service was a natural thing for us to choose, because we could plan what that would look like over the next sort of 3 to 5 years.
It was very difficult when we sort of first moved in, because we came in on the 2nd of January and we were moving into a new building. We were collecting all of this amazing ICT equipment. The school was still very much a building site at that time, and Dataspire were able to support with training on the first few days, and then that eased off in the first few weeks when staff felt more comfortable with the ICT solution that was in place. Dataspire was sort of fantastic at that point, really, because we were coming into a new building. Staff were anxious about that into the new year, midway through an academic year. It was always tough moving at that time anyway, but Dataspire were able to support and help us with the ICT.
The other challenge was the resistance from some members of staff who very much liked the desktop PCs, very much liked how things worked, and were sort of reluctant, shall we kindly say, to change that. And Dataspire did a lot of work coming in, training staff, running drop-in sessions for those who were struggling with the new equipment to make sure that that was as pain-free as possible.
When we selected Dataspire as our ICT company, they were able to support on a weekly basis of selecting rooms, helping us with ICT equipment, and they're available all the time on a sort of 24/7 basis for us to contact, ask questions, guidance and support, and they've been fantastic at that from the start of the project, and I'm sure they will be over the next couple of years as we continue to grow.
The server was up and running on day one. On day one, staff had their Surface Pro tablets. By sort of day 2 and day 3, Sims and all that was up and running. So I think expectations were quite low from staff about what the project was going to materialise in the first instance, but I think Dataspire exceeded that.
It's increased my productivity in school. I'm able to take my Surface Pro into meetings, take it into lessons, complete notes and note-taking during the day, rather than having to go up and write up hours of notes in the evening. And again, it sort of enabled me to be able to work from home and increase my productivity, and I know colleagues have said the same thing, that it's allowed them to be a lot more flexible in the work that they do, and as I said, increase the productivity.
I've always been an big IT user. I'm quite proficient, so for me it was how can we maximise that and the other expertise we have in school to come up with something that's innovative, that's different, but actually it is the best we can get for the young people to make sure they're learning. Dataspire were successful because their bid was the most competitive, and for us the added advantage was it's a company we know well. More importantly, it's a company who knows. We know we work well together, we know they employ good people, and also, and I think this is quite critical, we knew it would be successful. They give us confidence. Happy students, happy staff, a school working better, IT working for the school rather than the school having to really work out the IT. We're going to grow, we know that. We're going to grow probably 150 students a year over the next 3 to 5 years. We're going to grow 4 or 5 members of staff a year over the next 5 years, and we know that Dataspire will enable us to do that. We were moving out of school. We were lucky we'd secured the finances for completely new furniture and infrastructure, and we thought, we've got all this, rather than throwing it out, is there a way we can use it? Now, someone who's attached to the school come up with the idea of supporting a school in another country, in India. I thought it was a great idea, so we sort of approached Dataspire with other partners of the school for help with resetting the computers so we could recycle some of them. They thought that was a great idea and helped with that, and they also kindly donated money to be able to move the shipping containers from here to India, which was very much appreciated because it was quite a big job to be able to put all that together. So that was Project India, massive success. The school over in India has created a library and additional classrooms with the IT and the stuff we've sent them, and I think they're very happy.